Tonight, they were arrested for crimes like stalking and assault. But we've learned the city attorney's office often lets them roam free, waiting months, even years to file charges.
In that delay to file the case, there was a very, very serious felony committed.
KIRO 7 investigates and gets answers.
What was he doing out in the first place?
The steps needed to get these suspects into court and off our streets. The Seattle City Attorney's Office is accused of delaying cases and putting you at risk. Good evening again. I'm Steve Rabel.
I'm Monique Mingalavin. Now, this is a problem we saw firsthand in Seattle Municipal Court. KIRO 7's Dave Wagner investigated this for months, and he discovered during the delay, accused criminals are being arrested for more crimes.
In a city accustomed to gridlock, the wheels of justice in Seattle can move painfully.
911, what are you reporting?
And sometimes dangerously slow.
This delay was excessive and presumptively prejudicial.
It is a familiar refrain on the 11th floor of Municipal Court.
The city does note again that this is a 3-month delay in filing.
On this day, Judge Stephen Rosen is asking,
Can you explain or help me understand the filing of these charges?
then admonishing an assistant city attorney for another lengthy delay in filing charges.
Your Honor, I cannot provide a direct response as to why there was a delay in filing these.
A delay that allowed Joseph Buffalino to roam free. Buffalino is a former pro boxer with a long rap sheet: domestic violence, assault, harassment, and drugs. On September 7th, he was arrested, accused of robbing this Rite Aid and violating a domestic violence order to stay away from his girlfriend. After 5 days in the King County Jail, Buffalino was released without city prosecutors filing new charges that the judge believes could have kept him away from his girlfriend. 1 month later, city prosecutors had still not charged Buffalino with violating a no-contact order. And police say Buffalino was stalking his now ex-girlfriend at this Aurora Avenue IHOP.
I heard the screaming up here or yelling out there.
Assistant Manager Mike Mead says he stood between Buffalino and the woman because she was terrified.
He took a swing and he got me in the arm a little bit, and he had grabbed my arm here. What was he doing out in the first place?
Another month passed, and city prosecutors had still not filed charges against Buffalino.
I'm calling from America's Best Value Inn in Shoreline.
On November 9th, sheriff's deputies were called to this motel.
I have a guest that was assaulted by her boyfriend.
Investigators say Buffalino had punched his girlfriend in the head and, while choking her with both hands until she was about to lose consciousness, said, "I like it when your eyes roll back in your head."
Mr. Buffalino is charged with an exceedingly serious domestic violence felony assault and strangulation that perhaps could have been avoided if the city was more diligent.
While visiting municipal court month after month, we discovered delay.
This 16.5 months delay is clearly excessive.
After delay by city prosecutors.
Your Honor, I have nothing to add as to the filing delay.
Dozens of them, including cases of domestic violence.
In that delay to file the case, there was a very, very serious felony committed.
Convicted sex offender Michael McKnight has a long rap sheet. When he was arrested last February for domestic violence, city attorneys didn't charge him until 7 months later.
We do a good job of making sure that cases are filed quickly on people who present a public safety risk.
But when questioned in court about their delays, city attorneys have often offered no defense.
Your Honor, I did not have any explanation as to why it was late other than late filing.
We asked City Attorney Pete Holmes to explain the delays. Instead, his office wanted the chief of the criminal division to answer our questions.
Are there manpower issues? Are there technology issues? Are there issues involving funding for the city attorney's office?
We have all of those issues. We have 13,000 cases coming in a year. We have 6 people reviewing them. So we're spread that thin. We're dealing with a records management system that was developed in the early 90s. It's not even Windows-based.
Records obtained by KIRO 7 show that going back to 2010, City Attorney Pete Holmes has filed thousands fewer cases than his predecessor.
We're not going to file cases quickly to satisfy what the judge might think or what SPD might think and jeopardize our ability to make sure we're making just and fair filing decisions. That's what's more important.
It's not only justice delayed, in some cases it's justice denied. On April 19, 2015, Businessman Francis Piskel was here at the northwest corner of 4th and Pike, headed to Mass, when he says, unprovoked, a stranger punched him in the head.
And that made me woozy. I turned around and then I began to be assaulted, punched in the face, probably 30 times.
Marion Knight has a long criminal history of assault. He was arrested in the beating, but city attorneys failed to file assault charges for more than 16 months.
I just wanted to see what they could do about getting him off the street so he wouldn't harm anybody else.
While Marion Knight was walking the streets waiting for city attorneys to file charges, police say he assaulted 2 more people, including a manager at this Capitol Hill QFC.
Mr. Knight committed and was convicted of 3 separate crimes.
But justice would never come for Francis Piskel.
There was a witness in this particular case that it took months to track down, and then once that witness was tracked down, didn't want to cooperate. That case also had a situation where the arresting officer had a potential Brady violation.
It was the city's negligence that caused the delay, and it was exclusively the city's negligence. This inexcusable delay leaves me no choice but to dismiss the city's case at this time for violation of the constitutional speedy trial grounds.
We weren't anywhere close to the end of the statute of limitations on that case.
Police and public defenders tell me privately the delays by city attorneys are unfair to crime victims, defendants, and investigators.
There are systemic problems at the city attorney's office with the delay in filing case, and it largely rests on the administrative side of the city attorney's office.
The city attorney's office insists it's improving and files faster in cases of domestic violence. We requested a list of current cases that have been referred to the city attorney's office by police but have yet to file charges. We are still waiting on that list.
That one case is really striking. 16 months to file charges.
Right.
So how long do city attorneys have to file charges?
Well, the statute of limitations is 2 years here, but as we've seen, the longer the delay, the longer the likelihood in some of these cases that more crimes will be committed.
Yeah, the higher potential risk. All right, thanks a lot, Dave.
Eye-opening.
Yeah.
Thanks.